Hello and welcome all of you once again. It's Backpack and still we're moving around Cairo. We always say that Egypt is a destination to all members of the family. Why do we say this? Because whenever you are looking for a place for your vacation, usually you are looking for certain or an important thing about the place. If you have children, if you are looking for historical sites, if you are looking for recreational sites, well, in Egypt you have it all. Even in some destinations, you can find all activities you are looking for. Whatever you are talking about, for example, if you're talking about children, if you are talking about those who are interested in historical sites, still all these things are available here in Egypt in one destination. Well, today we are in Cairo and we are moving around to find out more about the important places here in Cairo. Well, talking about one of the important sites like the El Muizz Street or any other place that we consider as an open air museum. We have many old mosques here in Egypt in several places, especially when we talk about Cairo. And whenever we talk about the mosque, we have to talk also about the minaret and the dome. And these are the main significance of the Islamic architecture. We're talking about the design, about the architecture of the building, and sometimes just by looking at the building you can tell or guess to which era it belongs to, because each era has its own designs and its own architecture. Let's find out together more about the mosque of today and more about the important sites that you must not miss in Cairo. Some Western visitors to Egypt may initially have very little interest in seeing Islamic monuments, but on first sight, those with any interest in architecture will be impressed by the beauty and design of these Islamic medieval buildings. But the most important thing is not only to learn about the history of these mosques, but to understand the reason behind building each of them. Because Egypt has seen many influences from different numbers of many different ruling empires, including the Abbasid, Fatimid, Ayyubid, Mamluk, and Ottoman. And because Cairo specifically is a city of the world, Egypt offers a fair overview of mosque styles.
Furthermore, its mosques date from the earliest periods of Islam up till now, including modern varieties. Egypt has some very notable as well as very important mosques, some of which may be visited while others are not open to touristic visits. Some mosques in Egypt, and particularly Cairo, are actually complexes that include a number of other structures that may or may not be found attached to other mosques. For example, many mosques include an Islamic school facility called a madrasa or school. Others may have mausoleums and tombs, and even hospitals. Along with other structures within the complex, mosques may be located in strange places as well. The Sultan Hassan School or Madrasa is the Islamic world's most memorable monument. If the pyramids of Giza are the most astounding features of ancient Egypt, Sultan Hassan is that of Islamic Egypt. whenever you visit this mosque, you will be impressed with such a unique and huge building. The founder of this gigantic monument is the Sultan Hassan, son of the great Mamluk Sultan al-Nasir Muhammad ibn Qalawun. Sultan Hassan ruled twice, the first time in 1347 when he was 13 years old, only to be dethroned by the other Mamluk princes and generals. The second time was in 1356 AD, and before he had time to put an end to the power of the princes and high officials, they revolted against him. Attacked by the chief of the army with other generals. It's said that he escaped from the citadel and hid in Cairo, but he was found and imprisoned, never to be seen again. This mosque is not only a mosque, but it reflects a certain period of time and can tell a lot about the founders of the mosque and the era they lived in. Hassan ordered that Prince Muhammad ibn Baylak al-Muhsani supervised the construction of this madrasa or school in 1361 AD, and the work continued for 4 years. The mosque was almost complete when Sultan Hassan disappeared. It is rumored that he was killed. It was finished by one of his functionaries, Bashir el-Gambar. The site of the madrasa was previously known as Suq al-Khil, or the horses market. And the madrasa or the school was built of stones, but some internal parts and details were built of bricks faced with stones. The madrasa mosque resembles a cruciform, the shape of a cross, with an open courtyard surrounded by 4 Iwans. Aniwan is a vaulted hall with 3 high walls and an opening where the 4th wall should be. It contains 4 madrasas or religious schools and is of 7,906 square meters large. Its many sides make it quite distinguishable. It has 4 facades, with the 2 main ones being the most important. The northeast facade is 145 meters long and 38 meters tall. Its sheer wall has 4 pairs of windows set vertically, and at the top of the wall is a massive cornice of 5 layers of stalactites, projecting about 1.5 meters. The mosque's sahl or court is almost square, about 34 meters long and 32 meters wide, with a large ablution fountain in the center. Covered with a wooden dome carried on 8 marble columns, and around its capital it is decorated with a band of inscriptions of the Holy Quran, verses of Al-Kursi. Each corner of the sahl is a door that leads to one of the 4 schools. The biggest one is that of the Hanifiya school. Which occupies an astonishing 898 square meters. Aniwan is the biggest of the 4 Iwans of the mosque. On its wall, there are 2 windows in recesses, with an oculus above the mihrab. The pointed arched mihrab is fine and covered with marble, and there are small double columns supporting the frame with complex juggled voussoirs. Side of the mihrab are windows with bronze grills. The marble minbar is covered with colored panels of marble, decorated in its upper part by floral motifs. It is truly an astonishing sight. And the Dikkat al-Muballigh, known as the bench of the repeater, is situated at the front of the Qibla Iwan and is constructed of marble, raised on 8 pillars and 3 piers. There are two doors opened in the Qibla wall leading to the mausoleum dome behind the mihrab, where the Sultan is rumored to be buried. The mausoleum dome is 21 square meters and its decoration is similar to that of the Qibla Iwan. The mosque is a real masterpiece.